Hey traders, I want to share with you in this video a bit of a market update. We're going to look at all the indexes. I'm going to share with you what I see right now. Tricky times in this market. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, tricky times in this market right now, especially on the short term anyway. So looking at all the indexes where we are right now, let's have a look at the Dow Jones. Let's have a quick look at that one. Let's have a look at, say, the 3-month view just for a quick minute here. You can see the Dow Jones ended up just slightly high, a bit of a nothing day today. Looking at the markets overall, you can see, let me just bring this over there. There we go. So you can see today pretty much a nothing day in the Dow Jones. We do, again, this here was last year's high, and we have bested that. Now we're hitting almost the 18,600. Maybe we do keep running up, maybe we don't on the short term. So again, that's just something we just got to keep an eye out for. Very tricky times that's happening right now. So this is really going to be a telltale sign about what's likely to happen. So again, this is going to define whether this here is a top or not over the next couple of months. So that's what I'm looking out for. Moving on to the S&P, again, just up slightly, pretty much nothing day. You've got this sort of rejection. You see at that sort of, you see it's hitting a lot of rejection around that 2,160 mark. So not really much going on there as well. Too bit of a sideways action. Moving on to the Russell, same thing. We are still having a lot of resistance. You can see the Russell's had a lot of support through here and a lot of resistance through here. Now we're at this area of resistance as well too. So it's definitely a tricky area. Do we keep blasting up, or do we actually start to go down from here? My estimate, my guess on the Russell is that we're likely to break through and keep running up here on the Russell. I know that's obviously weird for me to say, but it's, to me, my guess is that we're likely to hold here, and we're likely to just have maybe another little push to the high side. Be very interesting to see what happens there, because what happens in the markets is, on a turning point, the market either pauses or reverses. Let me explain what I mean here. When you're looking for turning points in the market, it's like, okay, is this going to turn or not? Is it going to turn or not? And generally, you only get a couple of days and then a reverse, or even just 1 or 2 days and then a reverse. What I mean by that is this: is if you see, let me see if I can bring up my an arrow here. If you can see, say, this turning point here, where the market ran up and they started heading down. One up bar, one down bar, couple of sideways bars, and then headed down. Market ran up. What do we have here? We had just we had 1, 2, 3 sideways bars, and then we actually dropped off. And then we ran up to here. Look what we had. One up bar, one up bar, one down bar, and then the drop down. Right? And then you can see as this market flows on, you can see here, one up bar, one down bar, reverse. And you can see, look at this, one up bar, one down bar, and then reverse. Run up, one up bar, one down bar, and reverse. So generally when you get a reversal in the market, it will do something like this. You'll run up, one up bar, sideways bar, maybe like that bar, and then we'll start to reverse down. But what happens when it does, it doesn't do that, where it runs up and it just does this for a while at an area of resistance? That to me is a bullish sign. We're now likely, when the market's either likely to pause or reverse. Pause, like we're doing right now on the Russell, to me that's a bullish sign. So we're likely to break up from here on the Russell. So that's what I do see there on the Russell. Looking on the, is that my software doing that again? There she goes again. So looking on the Nasdaq, we can see that we've actually had this overall high point up through here, and this is where we're running up to right now. We're getting very close to that high point. Whether that holds or not, I don't know, but I do believe we've run up too fast, too hard, and we're likely to get some sort of pullback soon. And the reason why I say that is because when we get this sort of action, and this is something that I've remembered this year. When the market runs up and slowly steps up, runs up and steps up and then runs up, you don't get big boosts. You just get slowly. You see how that's slowly stepping up. Well, that's what happens. That's when the market just keeps going up, right? But what happens when you get a run up, a little pullback, and then a big blast off? Really, if you look at the whole thing, this whole thing has just gone like that. Really, apart from a couple of sideways, it's just gone straight like that. That to me is too much of a fast move to the high side. And so we're likely to get a pullback based on that. So whether that happens or not, I don't know. But right now where the Dow is, or the Nasdaq is, let's actually go to the weekly chart here. And you can see with the weekly chart, we're almost at that area of resistance on that weekly chart through there. So do we just blast off through here? That's the thing that you just can't tell right now. It's like, is this going to be a high point or is it going to be not? We're waiting for that confirmation, or I'm waiting for that confirmation anyway. Let's actually go back to that as well too. So that's the Nasdaq. This is the Russell. The Russell's at this overall long-term area of resistance. You can see this whole area through here, guys. This is on the Russell chart anyway. You can see resistance. This is a weekly chart, by the way, guys. Every single bar is a weekly bar. Weekly bar, and now we're at that level through there. So definitely a tricky time in that level through there. Let's actually go and have a look at the S&P. So this is the S&P chart. You can see the S&P has had a big move up and a big move up, or a nice move up and continue breaking up. What's going to happen this week? This is the tricky thing about this week, guys. It's like, are we going to hold up from this? And I was saying this last week, but it's true. What we're seeing here, do we just continue moving up and move up from there? Or do we reverse? Is this a false breakout? If it is a false breakout and we open here, and say over the next couple of weeks, we start to head back down and we get below this 2,100 level. Guys, that's it. The top is in, and I will be calling top of that time, and then I'll be calling this sort of action happening. And then I'll be putting on a pretty big position as well too. That's what I'm looking for. And then looking on the Dow chart, the same thing as the Dow chart. Is this a true move? We don't know whether it's a true move until obviously we need a bit more time, right? We need probably at least another couple of weeks, maybe another month worth of movement on action to see what's actually going on here. So again, do we hold here and just continue rallying up? And that, again, you don't want to see this thing unfold, or do we pause here, or maybe even have a little rally up, and then do we pause and come back down? If we come back down below this 18,100 mark, especially the 18,000 level, that's it. Top's in. Top is in. This is a 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, triple top with a false breakout, then a break back down. The top is in, and that's what I'm saying. But right now the top is not in, because the market is just continue rally here. Technically, anyway, fundamentally, the world's screwed. Just put it that way. We all know that as well too. So technically, the market's actually braked up. Is this a false breakout or not? Again, guys, if we hold or pause here, if we hold or pause here, and then we get a reverse back down to below the 18,000 level, the top's in, guys. We're not going back above that. This is going to be the high for the market, and this thing is just going to go down, down, and down, and down. Yes, we're going to get gyrations and swings and all that sort of stuff, but that's what I do see on the overall market. So there you go, guys. Bit of a market update for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Trade well, be safe. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.